folks, and I hope you're all keeping well. And Kai is on his first big adventure over these next few days. We're up in North Cornwall. We've just pulled into New Polzeth. And nice and quiet here now, just after Christmas, into January. And that's just looking down to the end of the Camel Estuary. And Trevo's Head in the distance. And Stepper Point here. We're just up here for a few days. We're going to drive up to Port Isaac tomorrow and get the bus up to Delabole and walk back by the coast. Well, that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes, won't we, Kai? Happy days. Well, there's Kai telling somebody off already. Thinking that he owns the place. And first things first, young pup. And that's getting the kettle on and the burner lit. But I love it up here in North Cornwall. All cosy in the van with the wind blowing a hoolie outside. And it's a couple of years since I was last in New Polzeth. Me and Scruffy were here in November 2022. And some cracking views up here on the coastline. And we're just going to put our feet up for the night and get that kettle going and make some fresh scrambled eggs for tea. Good morning, folks, and here we are at Port Isaac up in a blustery old North Cornwall, and you can just see the sun trying to peek through the clouds there. And we're going to get the 10:10 bus up to Delabole and walk back with that fine stretch of coast you can just see there behind me. Kai's first time on the big bus. Just had a cracking little ride up there on the bus from Port Isaac up to Delabole. Only took about 15 minutes. And then we're just going to join the coast path down by the Poldark Inn. The sun always shines on the righteous, and we've just joined the coast path just above Tregardick Beach, and that's looking back up the coast. You can just about make out Tintagel Church there in the headland, and that's Gull Rock just off Trebarwith Strand, and that's heading back down the coast, and that's Port Isaac where the van's parked, and on down the coast towards Rumps Point. My friends, that morning sun, just nice on the cheeks today. And we just stopped here at the little standing stone in the valley just before Dannon Chapel, and we're just having a little drink of water and a few oaty hobnobs. Just chilling out, enjoying the sun for 5 minutes, aren't we, boy? Happy days. Well, there's a couple of these old smugglers' tunnels along this bit of coast, and this nice little short one. I'm just going to go through here for a little explore. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. crib in the valley at Ello Point. And here's another one of these smugglers' tunnels. This one is the famous Donkey Hole. And this takes you right down to a beach called Xxxx. But it's a little bit tight for me. A little bit too claustrophobic for me. But well worth an explore if you're ever up this way. You can't get right through to the bottom there. There's some videos on YouTube on it. Donkey Hole. But we're just going to head back up the coast path now. Back round to Port Isaac. What a fine stretch of coast this is. Lots of climbs though. And that entrance down there, that's the bottom end of the Donkey Hole. That's what brings you out onto the beach there at Xxxx. I did. A little bit of rain just coming on now. We just got back to Port Isaac now, and there's the old Headland Hotel, looking a bit sorry for itself, bless it. That was a lovely old building in its day. It looks like we got back just in time. The rain's just going to come in, I think. And we're just going to walk down the little path here, down to the village and back to the van. And good old Kai, he done really well today. He was a proper trooper. Had to carry him for a little while, but that's okay. Dear of him. Right, let's get back and get this kettle on, have a brew. There's the kettle on and the burner lit, and we've just arrived up in Davidstow after a walk today from Ello down to Port Isaac. And Scruffy used to love it up here. This was his favourite place, dear of him, so we thought we'd come up here for the night and just chill out after today's wander. It's got a bit fresh as well, but always nice and quiet up in the moors. And Kai's got his little bed made up already for the evening. Dear of him. He covered a few miles today. Right, let's get this kettle on. Love it up here at Davidstow. Always nice and quiet and peaceful. And you can just see the cows there behind me going for their evening feed. And Brown Willie and Roy Tor there on the horizon. Anyway, I'll put a few links in the description box. One is for Facebook. Always lots more pictures and stories and news on there. And the other one is for PayPal. If you'd like to support the channel, or buy Kai a few treats or a coffee for myself, that'll be grand. And blessings to you, and thank you very much. What do you reckon, Kai? Enjoyed that walk today, mate? And I got a nice big cup of chocolate coffee on the go, and the wood burners fired right up. And here's the map. The good old map. So we parked at Port Isaac this morning and got the 10:10, the number 96 bus up into Ello. And then we cut up that back road past the Poldark Inn, down the footpath there, down through Tregardic Farm and down onto the coast path, along Tregardic Beach and up there to Ello Point where we had our crib, and Xxxx where we seen the Donkey Hole and the other little cave we went through, and all the way back into Port Isaac. So from Ello back to Port Isaac, it was about 12 kilometres, about 6.5 miles, and about 4 or 5 roller coaster climbs. But it was a good old walk though. Enjoyed it, and I think the boy did as well. Oh, he's got hold of me spark. You tinker. Well, cheers my friends. We're just chilling out by the wood burner. And we're both a bit knackered after today's ramble, aren't we, boy? And we're just watching the sun going down over the woods and Crowley Reservoir. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed those few days on the road with me and Kai up here in North Cornwall. And we'll be back soon with some more for you. But until then, keep smiling and get yourselves out there. So long, my friends. Until the next time. Kushti Rai.